guys again for joining me. So I just wanted to hop on really quick and share with you guys my little fall planner. I haven't periscoped in a while, so I do want to share what I am moving into, which is this beautiful caramel color crush planner. I'm going to be using this for the fall. What do you guys think? It's a really pretty orange color. It's not necessarily caramel that I think, it's more of like this pumpkin color, which I love. I don't mind it at all. And I'm going to share with you my setup inside it using the Planner Society kit. I did do a Periscope and I tried to share it on YouTube and didn't really work out so great. Hi Catherine from New York. Yes, it's a very beautiful fall color, and I'm gonna show how I changed it up from my previous setup, which was in the light teal color crush. So just going to show you guys how I changed it up a bit. Again, I made some of these dashboards from the papers that were included in the Planner Society kit, and I've just kind of embellished these pockets here with the bows. So I created these bows the other day, and let me just pull some of these out for you guys to see how I made them. And somebody had mentioned, I think it was Emma, Inspired Blush, she told me to use this glue because I was experiencing some issues with the glue gun and then the paper clips coming off. So she talked about using this E6000 glue. So I tried that out, and so far it's working out really great. The only thing is that this glue stinks, so make sure you wear a mask or have really good ventilation near you because they are some pretty toxic stuff. So but they work, it works really well. So a little goes a long way and everything, but I wanted to try and find an alternative to the glue gun. So I made these little paper clips with some gold paper clips, and then I just kind of punched out a heart there to cover the backing so that it looks like that. So I did that with the bows, and then I also did that with this little baggie that she included in the kit. And I just simply placed them on to here in the front. Some other things in the pockets here are the cute stickers from various shops that were designed specifically for the kit. And then in this little baggie here are all the little die cuts, so that when I need a die cut, I know where it is. I just leave it in the little baggie and place it here in the planner so I know where it is. And I've also placed some of the puffy stickers in there. So pretty basic. I don't really change the setup of my planner. I just change what the dividers are and everything, but I basically have notes, lists, weekly, my monthly, financial, and addresses. So now the Color Crush planner setup is different, so let's look at that. If you guys are not familiar with the Color Crush planner, they do come with their own dividers and everything, but I didn't use them for this fall setup. But let's see here if I can remember. Okay, so there's write it down, memory keeping, lists to love, staying inspired, and then your calendar. And now if you're a planner person, you're like, that doesn't really go with how I use my planner. So I've kind of switched it up a little bit so that way it's more of the style that works for me. So in my notes, which in my old planner I put it in the write it down section, I just have some of my notes in there, some swatches. And if you guys aren't familiar with the Color Crush planner, the paper quality is really good. So I really love using stamps and different types of pens and markers. I haven't done an actual review on the planner yet. I am still planning on doing it. It's just, you know, I am a designer for Webster's pages, so it's hard for me to be a little bit biased without saying, and I don't want to say anything bad about them, but I do want to be truthful about my reviews, so I'm still working on that. And also we are releasing some new fall planners, so I might just end up doing a review on those instead of these planners, which I didn't design. So, all right. So next is lists. So actually in the notes section, I do have a couple of the pages from Webster's pages, and I'm trying to remember which section they were from. I think they were from the memory keeping. These are the memory keeping inserts. So it just says month, a day in the life, and it has day 1 through 31st. And here you can log, you know, some things that happened. You can use this in different ways. I just kind of like covered what all these things here are and just kind of use them as note paper. So that's what I'm doing there. And then in the write it down section, it came with these inserts, which has thoughts, ideas, and dreams. Anything in purple? Yes, I know. There will be some purple things coming, I promise. Okay, so lists here. I have my book. I've attached some of these sticky notes. I love using my dividers as sort of like dashboards, where I can just stick on these extra sticky notes so that if I need to jot something down really quick, I can just write it in here and then place it into my planner at a later time. So I've just grabbed like a couple, maybe like 5 or so, and then stuck them onto there. So it's a great way to use your sticky notes instead of kind of hiding them in your storage box. And then for this paper, I believe it was in, let's see, I don't really remember which section it was, but I do have my bucket list here, some books that I'm reading, and then I love these like little notepads that you get from Target, from Michael's, like from the dollar section, and then just cutting it down to size so that I have some extra lined note paper there. And then in the next section, the kit also came with these really cute paper clips, so I've attached them onto the top here. Thanks so much for the hearts, guys. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so I have them all kind of stuck onto there. And I know you're probably wondering, but they're gonna fall out on the back side. I've just attached some washi tape to the back so that they won't fall out, and they've been holding pretty well so far, so I do plan on using these cute paper clips there. Next is the weekly section. So we have your week on 2 pages, which is really basic, just looks like that. And if you're not familiar with how I decorate my planner, just going to show you guys really quick here. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen them around before. So this is how I use my planner. No, they are not lined. So what I usually do is use some of my planner stamps to create these checklists. So my format really stays the same. I don't change it at all. Just use the checklist stamp there where I write my tasks, and then on the sides here I usually write my events, meetings, things like that. Here I actually was trying to track down what I was eating at the time, so I do have lunch, what I'm cooking, things like that. So again, these were created using planner stamps and stickers. So that's how, where do you get your colored reinforcers? Let's see. These ones I believe are from Daiso. I use a lot of Daiso things, or you can just use the regular white ones and then color them yourself. So those are kind of what my pages were for the first few months there. Okay. So that's what my weekly pages tend to look like. And then we go to my monthly section where I use a color coding system. And basically I use red for important things, orange for birthdays, dark green for bills, light green for holidays. For my husband, if I need to plan things for him, he's usually in blue. I'm in purple, obviously. And then light purple for my daughter, and then a pink for my other daughter. So this is what my monthly setup kind of looked like for September. So I know it's hard to keep up with all this decoration and everything, but seriously, take some time for yourself. I know it's hard to find time. I work at the hospital. I work 12-hour shifts at night, and then I come home, and sometimes you just have to find some time for yourself. Give yourself a break to focus and see what needs to be done, get your goals straight and everything, and get organized. And for me, it's like a de-stressor. Bringing all this color. People are like, oh, I don't really decorate my planner. I'm not into that. That's cool. But for me, it's always just, again, like going back to that creative side of me. I love to create. I love using color. So using stickers and color and stamps and decorating just helps really motivate me to use my planner and just help me to get organized. Some people don't think of it as being organized, but for me, I like to keep my planners functional. And even if I use decoration, I mean, like, for example, like all these little circles here, everything has a reason for it. So I keep track of my schedule and my husband's. So my husband's blue again. So I keep track of the days that he's working. Purple again is me, so I just highlight it using these little circle stamps. I'm trying to remember which. Oh, I think they're from Waffle Flower, the stamps that I use to highlight those little circles. And I try different things every month. So maybe this month it looks like this, next month it's gonna look different. That's just because I'm always constantly trying to find new ways of trying to organize my calendar and sharing them with you, so that you guys also have a place to go to figure something out for yourself if you're having troubles, organizing your planner. Okay, so on the side here, I also have some labels or stickers that I've made using some planner stamps. And again, there's just so much out there right now, guys, like planner wise, like lots of stamps and labels and stickers and whatnot to help you guys get organized and everything. So something new. I got this idea from Joy. I don't know if you're still on here, Joy, but thanks so much for sharing how you use your Hobonichi. So I kind of incorporated that into this planner. So again, with my color coding system, I use just the little dots here, but orange is for birthdays, as you can see there. And then pink again is for my daughter, so she has a lot going on there, so I really need to keep track of that. Basically when her dance practices are and things. And then again, we have holidays. So the thing with the Color Crush planners is that they don't come with the holidays on them, unlike other planners. So I do have to write them in here. So I have first day of autumn, and then green again is for bills. So I have my bills here in dark green, and then here in dark green I also have it in there so that I know rent, car payment. Let's see, I'm trying to see if I can see anything else, but basically that's how it is. And then purple again is for me, so I had a class there. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. And then my younger daughter, she's light purple, so she had her first day of preschool this September, so I had that there. So basically just using these little dots. And then, oh gosh, I don't know if it looks blurry to you guys. Hopefully you can still see it okay. But and then in black, I then write down what the event is or whatever. So I can see the color coding very clearly there. So that's basically how that month is gonna look like. And then if you don't know what the monthly pages look like, blank, that's what it looks like. So it goes from that to this. So I love that. Okay, and then next is, oh, and also by the way, when it comes to weekly pages, the thing is I like to keep only about 3 or 4 months. Let's see, we have September, October, November, December. So I have about 4 months in here at a time, because what happens once you start decorating your planner is that it does get pretty chunky. So, especially with all your other stuff in there. But this is what my planner, how chunky it gets with all of the washi tape and decoration and whatnot. And even though this has a long strap, I don't think it honestly makes a difference as far as stuffing it, because what makes a planner stuffable are its rings. And as you can see, rule of thumb, if the inserts go past the middle opening right here, you see where that the rings open, if it goes past that, like it's kind of popping up like that, then you know you're overstuffing your planner. So you need to kind of remove stuff. You don't want to keep everything in there since January, but if you need to, then you know, I don't know what you can do there, but usually I don't need to refer back to, I don't need it right away. I only keep what's in my planner, like things that I need to figure out right away. So I do only keep 4 months at a time. I usually keep the previous month and then the next 3 months. So I do have, since we are in October, I keep September, then I have October, November, December. So that's that. Again, with my monthlies, usually I do keep the whole entire year of monthlies in there, but I didn't do that with this. I might just move them back over, but so as you can see, they have evolved a bit. So this is how I was using it in the beginning. I was stamping directly onto the pages, but that kind of takes a lot of time unless you make labels. So what I did was stick some sticky notes in the front of each month for things that are important dates that I need to remember, that I need to plan out. So I have that there: March, April, May, June. So you guys get an idea. And then in the back here it says this and that, little notes and daily memories for a well-planned life. Again, it has day 1 through 31st. So what I was doing in the back of this was keeping track of my birthdays. So again, birthdays are in orange, so I have everybody's birthday in the back there instead of planning it here in the front. Or I just kind of put birthday, birthday, birthday. So I think, okay, January 3rd, it's somebody's birthday. So I would see whose birthday that is, and that is my aunt's birthday. So that's how I also utilize those monthly pages. Let's see what else. So, and then I started stamping onto the labels and then just placing it on there like so. So that's how I was kind of using the monthly pages. But I really like this setup right now. I think it works really well, and you can fit a lot of information on there as well. So next is financial pages. It's actually empty right now. Usually I keep track of like my online purchases. I do have inserts that I created myself, so I usually stick them onto there. And sometimes I like to keep my passwords in there, and they are encrypted so that if anybody does get a hold of this, they can't figure out what that is. So I like to keep that also in the financial section. Thanks so much again. I'm happy that you guys enjoy these Periscopes. In the address tabs, I do have a lot of extra inserts, like from Filofax, from Kikki.K, things like that. So I just use those address pages in here, and then whenever I need to jot down an address that I want to save, I usually put it on there. In the back here, I do have a zippered pocket, which I got from Morning Glory. It is another type of like Asian store. They are online as well, but I don't know if they still sell these. I know they did sell them in their stores for some time, so that's where I got some of those zipper pockets. But you know, other brands carry them as well. I think Franklin Covey, Filofax, so they do fit into the Color Crush planner. So some other things that I'm going to include in here, which was in my previous planner, with the dashboard, I usually keep in the front. And again, I like to stick some sticky notes onto there so that I can use them. So I've just placed the sticky notes onto the dashboard, and I'm going to place that into my planner. And you can put this in the front, but I really like the cover that I made here. I just cut up that card that she included in the kit, and then laminated all these dividers. And then the tabs actually made with the We Are Memory Keepers tab punch. I think I have a video on that on YouTube, so if you're interested on how I made these tabs, check that out. Okay, and then I also have like this business card holder, which I keep my little post-it flags and some of my business cards onto. So I have that. I'm also going to place that into my planner. And then I do also have some photos of my family, so I'm going to place that into there as well. My little family. Okay, and then let's see what else I have here that I want to place back into here. For these lists here, let me see if they're on here. So for these inserts, some of you are wondering how to use these inserts. It says to-dos, monthly goals, plan, and to-dos. And let's see. This is how I used it. So during Lent, I did write my Lenten promise onto here, and then kind of just use it as a decoration page there to keep me motivated. So that's how I use those inserts. And then these other inserts, if you love doing photo challenges, these inserts are really great for keeping track of your photo challenges. So I wrote down what each day was and then kept track of it that way. And then I had this little calendar insert from, this is also from Webster's Pages, but was created by Megan Hepner and her paper line, which is, I should know this, it's Happy something, I can't remember it, but basically she created these calendar things, and I just stamped it with some number calendar stamps there to keep track of when I did the challenges. And I basically just put a star for each time that I actually did complete one of these challenges. And then I used some of these stickers, which you can find from Michael's or whatever. So loved that. So that's how I used that, and we'll be keeping track of that. And then these inspirational extra scrapbook papers, you can either cut them out and use them on your decorations for your planner, and for me, I kind of just use them as like little motivation throughout my day. And that's pretty much it for my setup for fall. Do you guys have any questions for me at all? If not, my next planner scope I hope to do in the next couple of days or so is how I actually create my decorations and how I come up with color schemes and what items to use, like, and how I just figure out how everything color coordinates and all that fun stuff. So thank you guys again for joining me today, and I hope to see you all next time. I will repost this. I'll try to repost this onto YouTube. And again, also you can find these videos on catch.me. So if you are a planner scope person or Periscope person and want to rebroadcast your videos, catch.me is a great way to reshare those videos, and I think they stay on forever. On Periscope, it only stays on for 24 hours, so if you want to watch this at a later time, it does go away on Periscope. So Catch.me is another great platform to use, or if you don't, save them onto your iPhone and then rebroadcast them on YouTube. But that's pretty much it. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!